Yeah, you're doing is preparing for the live streaming.
So yes, we are live on Facebook. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's panel discussion where we're going to talk about women nutrition matters. It's really very important to discuss on nutrition in women's overall health, and this live is being hosted by Mompreneur Circle. We are having the National Nutrition Week, and this is for the National Nutrition Week series that we are going live today. So I welcome you all to our live on this wonderful page called Mompreneur Circle. I am Dr. Bhavi Mody. I like to call myself your doctor buddy, and I work on women's health and children's health with homeopathy. I'm a postgraduate in homeopathy with around 27 years of experience treating women with various hormonal disorders. I realized that even a 5% of fat loss really makes a difference in the prognosis. And that's how I curated BFit and FAP programs that help busy women like you get leaner, fitter, and healthier without fat diets and painful exercises. And so along with me today, I have two wonderful women with me who are working in women's health domain. And I don't know how to introduce them because each one is like, I don't know what to say about them. But yes, I'll try my best to introduce them and do justice to the kind of work that they are doing. So welcome. Let's welcome Ms. Shilpa Mittal, who is a nutritionist, a merit rank holder. She has done her master's in food science and nutrition. She is certified diabetes educator and an onco nutritionist. Now that's great because you don't have many onco nutritionists, qualified, certified onco nutritionists in India, and she is one of them. So, I mean, I am so grateful that today I'm going to be on this panel with her. She's the founder of Shilpsnutrilife, that is diet and lifestyle makeover, and has helped clients with weight loss, weight gain, BP, diabetes, thyroid, PCOS, cancer, and also she manages kids with obesity. So that's Shilpa Mittal for us. Welcome, Shilpa, and such a pleasure to be hosting this panel with you and Purnima. Ms. Purnima is founder and director of Tria's Health Mantra. She's on a mission of getting people closer to Mother Nature and removing synthetics from their personal care and healthcare products. I think this is a very noble mission because today we are surrounded with so many chemicals in our daily life, right from the toothpaste that you have to when you sleep, जो आप lotion लगाते हो, जो आप creams लगाते हो, हर जगह पे chemicals है. And she is on this mission where, you know, she wants us to use natural products. And what I got to know from her is that she curates them and they are all handmade. I am just, you know, so looking forward to this conversation with these two lovely women out here. And we are going to get started with our live and the questions that we have for them. You guys also can put your questions, and as and when possible, they will also answer the questions and I will also answer your questions. So aapke questions, you can just leave them here. So Shilpa, I have a question for you that, you know, we all understand that nutrition is so very important for us, and especially so for women, because women are very negligent when it comes to their nutritional requirements. So what are the basic nutritional requirements of a woman's body, and what are the important nutrients that a woman should include in her diet?
Thank you so much, Dr. Bhavi, for such a lovely introduction. And I also thank Mompreneur Circle for having me here. It's as much a pleasure to have this panel discussion with you. So coming back to your question about the nutritional need for women. So I would begin with, when we heard this saying so many times that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, it may be related to the personality type, but I can always relate it to the nutritional needs also. Because we women go through a lot of things, right from getting periods to pregnancy. I mean, there are so many bodily changes, and finally menopause, when there is a lot of hormonal up and down happening.
Totally.
Yeah. So, there are a lot of nutrients which are important, even you are aware of it. But to be very precise and what a layman can understand, so the basic few nutrients which needs to be taken care of is first and foremost is protein. A lot, it's there in newspaper. So many studies say that around 75% of us, especially Indians, are deficient in protein. And when it comes to proteins, I have been saying it on and off that yes, proteins are very important because they are the building blocks of your body. जैसे आप घर बनाते हो, छोटे छोटे ईंट की जरूरत होती है. Similarly, so now you can understand how important it is. So right from your hormones, enzymes, each and every process in your body is dependent on protein. So that has to be, absolutely as per your body's need, 0.8 to 1 gram around your body weight. The next I come to is calcium. This I know many of you are aware that calcium is very important. सबको strong bones चाहिए. Yes, for strong bones to prevent osteoporosis, which is a condition जहाँ bones brittle हो जाते हैं and very easy for breakage, especially in old age. So yes, you need calcium for that. Apart from that, calcium सिर्फ bones के लिए ही नहीं. It also helps to keep your heart healthy, especially the PMS symptoms which women faces. Even it helps to reduce that. Then if I'm talking about calcium, I need to touch upon vitamin D.
Yes.
Because it is like
I
the
knew it
highest
had to come.
efficiency. Yes. So when we talk about calcium, even if you keep popping pills, but if your vitamin D levels are low, calcium कहीं से भी absorb नहीं होगा आपके body में. It will just go waste. So vitamin D, to say, is a vitamin, but when it's inside your body, it acts like a hormone.
Yes.
So vitamin D gets converted into its highly biological form, that is calciferol, by your liver and kidney. And ye calciferol helps the intestine to extract the calcium from the food. So that's how vitamin D is very important. So not only for calcium absorption, but studies have shown us that it helps for your heart health, good cholesterol बढ़ाने के लिए, triglycerides reduce करने के लिए, helps in diabetes, helps in weight management, and the list is huge.
Yes.
The whole session can go on.
Even immunity for that matter. अगर vitamin D deficient हो तो immunity is bound to go low. So
right,
that's how important it is. Yes, I totally resonate with you. Absolutely bang on. And I think women have to pay heed to calcium right from when they are very young. हम क्या करते हैं ना, एक एज के बाद में जाके हम कैल्शियम पे फोकस करते हैं. But I feel you have to have your foundation strong. So even since you are like girls होते हैं, मतलब जब you are not even getting your menarche, तब से you actually need to build that foundation for calcium, because that is the basic requirement for your body. And for women, of course, after menopause, तो सबको पता है estrogen कम हो जाएगा तो calcium metabolism is like up and down. But what we don't understand, Shilpa, I feel, is that it is equally important for young girls. As important it is for women, it is equally important for young girls. And I think you've made solid points by talking about protein. I totally resonate with you. People come with hair fall and skin issues. And then the thing I have to tell them is that अगर body को जितना प्रोटीन चाहिए वो मिलेगा, उसके बाद कुछ बचेगा तो आपके बाल को और nails को मिलेगा. So work on that first. Give that required protein to the body. तो then कहीं पे जाके आपकी beauty पे वो protein effect लाएगा ना. Otherwise it doesn't happen. So people want shortcuts like collagen supplements and stuff like that. But we fail to understand कि वो collagen आखिर में it has to come down to amino acid. उसको ब्रेक डाउन होना ही है. वो कोलाजन सीधा जाके स्किन के अंदर नहीं जा सकता है. तो might as well take protein in the form that it is to be taken. So I think you've made some good solid points, and I totally resonate. अगर ये दो चीज
two more nutrients are remaining. One is omega-3. So yes, that is a polyunsaturated fatty acid, and that's important because it is classified under essential fatty acids. Means आपकी body उसको नहीं बना सकती, इसीलिए आपको diet के through लेना है. So skin, hair, जैसे डॉक्टर भावी बोल रही है, again one of the important nutrients. उसके अलावा it is very known as an anti-inflammatory. ये आपके जो छोटे छोटे दर्द होते हैं, arthritis and infections होना, allergies होना, so it really helps. So omega-3 is what I would tell everybody to have it. And B12, yes, for nerve health. So vitamin D and B12 is like, even she must be seeing an IC, like even nahi check kara ke we know that it's going to be
देना ही
deficient.
देना है. So it's that
Yes.
way.
And
So,
yes, without
yes.
forgetting iron, 1/3 of us, I would say half ही है, are deficient in iron. Iron, you all, अगर iron मुझे simply explain करना है तो hemoglobin, whenever you do your blood test, hemoglobin low है तो आप सबको पता है कि yes, iron supplements लेना है. It is very simple. Iron helps your body's blood supply to carry oxygen to the cells. So अगर iron levels short होंगे तो breathless, fatigue, and along with that, yes, folic acid is also important. So iron के, and for all this, you, अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आता कैसे लेना है, so please consult an expert. सिर्फ pills नहीं खाने हैं.
Totally.
That's what's from my end.
Totally. And women need more iron because you are menstruating every month. So as it is, you have a blood loss. So then your requirement is even more. So I think we all need to understand this, that हमको ऐसे लगता है कि हमने सब खा लिया तो हमको क्यों iron deficiency होना चाहिए. But you do see women having iron deficiency very commonly. It's so common. So I totally agree with all the points that you said. And now, now this brings me to my next question. As we are discussing that, women actually don't pay much heed to their own health. But, we believe that a healthy woman is going to raise a healthy child or even a healthy family, because like I like to call women, they are health ambassadors. तो अगर एक वुमन हेल्दी है तो पूरा परिवार हेल्दी है, और अगर एक वुमन इज नॉट सो हेल्दी, देन द हेल्थ ऑफ द फैमिली आल्सो सफर्स. नो मैटर, शी इज गोइंग टू टेक चार्ज एंड टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीबडी अराउंड, but it's always considered that women will always put her health in the back seat. सबका होने के बाद में. So how can we change this mindset or change this and bring a shift which is so needed? So I'm going to I want answers from both of you on this, because this is so much us. Like we all do this at one point or the other. So as women, I think we all need to answer this question कि हम ये shift mindset में कैसे ला सकते हैं, that you need to be healthy. जैसे अगर आप फ्लाइट पे बोर्ड करते हो तो वो एयर होस्टेस आती है, वो आपको कुछ दिखाती है, और फिर क्या बोलती है एंड में कि पहले अपना ऑक्सीजन मास्क डालना और फिर किसी और का मास्क डालने में हेल्प करना. So here also I feel it works in a similar way कि पहले आपका फाउंडेशन स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा तो जाके आप किसी और के बारे में सोच सकते हो या केयर कर सकते हो. No doubt you will still care, you will still nurture, because women are nurturers at the core. So you will still nurture everybody, but in the process you will deplete yourself. We've always seen that even when women are pregnant, the fetus absorbs all the nutrients from the mother, right? तो मदर को न्यूट्रिएंट मिले ना मिले, बच्चे को तो न्यूट्रिएंट मिल जाता है, मदर विल डिप्लीट हरसेल्फ टू प्रोवाइड दैट न्यूट्रिएंट्स टू द फीटस. तो ऐसा ना होना, I mean, we don't want this to happen. So what is it that we should do, or how can we work collectively to see that we can create a shift in this mindset? Yes, let's start this time, and then we go on to Shilpa.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much, Dr. Bhavi, for inviting me for this session. It's a need of the hour, I would say, because women health is getting impacted, and in last decade we have seen it majorly getting impacted, and because of this, the familial health is getting impacted. So coming to your question, that how will we change this mindset that first we, पहले हम और उसके बाद बाकी परिवार. So that is something which is need to be taught since childhood, I would say. And it's like going by example. If I have seen my grandmother taking care of their health during the menstruation days, taking care of their diet during those days, then when there is a child, let's say when they are pregnant, when I see my father taking care of my mother's diet, when I see it's more like a familial support that we need to have. So it's like it's not only the woman's responsibility to take care of her health, it is the responsibility of the whole family to take care of the woman's health as well when she needs it. So during those difficult days, during the days wherein she requires more attention, the family needs to pitch in. So, and previously we used to have like joint family culture. So there were people who used to take care. If let's say the woman in the family, she is, let's say the mother is, like a lady is pregnant. So there would be other females who used to take care of her, who used to take. But then now we have more of nuclear families. So we are like, चलो तबीयत खराब हुई तो बस मतलब पूरा घर बैठ जाता है. So which is not good. So everyone needs to take the responsibility. So the mindset needs to change, and that has to be taught since childhood, because only then when they grow up, they would understand, both the partners, they would understand, the entire family would understand that how important it is for a woman to take care of her health.
So I think you've totally made a very good point that it's a collective effort from the entire family to see that, everyone is taken care of, be it the man or the women or the kids in the family. And I think more often than not, as you said, agar hum childhood say, if we are trying to make them aware of this, so I think this has to go back to school. Like, when we are having workshops, I think these are the workshops that are needed to be conducted at school level, where we are teaching the boys and the girls both to respect each other's bodies and to take care of each other's, like, what are the needs of a woman's health, or what is the need of a man. For that matter, aisa nahi hai ki men don't need attention. They also need attention. So if each one is clear that, okay, this is how we can work towards building a healthier society. I think our PM is doing a wonderful, thing of a fit Bharat mission jo unka hai. I think we all have to work collectively towards that and support this entire Fit India movement. And it has to start from school, like she said. And now I want to know your thoughts, Shilpa. What are your thoughts and what you feel, what more can be done? चलो एक childhood का बात तो हमने किया, एक school का हमने बात किया, लेकिन आगे और क्या कर सकते हैं?
So as Purnima rightly touched, I want to add on to things like I have seen this, and I have seen my mom personally, and I have seen many of my clients. So even if family is ready to help, we have to break that super mom status. कि मैं सब कर लूंगी, मुझे help की जरूरत नहीं है. Please ask for help. Even I tell my clients, divide करो work. And I think लड़कियों को हम काम अभी भी बोलते हैं, but to delegate work to our son या to our husbands, we are still a little, I mean, if you've not come from that culture, you are still a little hesitant. And when the load comes totally on you, stress, sleep, nutrition, everything is going to get affected. Also, one simple point I want to add, many a times it so happens कि एक dish cook हुई है. Say for example, simple dal है. None of us are chefs की रोज standard बनेगी. Sometimes it could be more tasty और खत्म हो जाती है. What is the general view of a woman? I mean, we all have also experienced this. कि ठीक है, बच्चे ने मांगी, we will give and finish off. No, I think there is where a mother needs to teach the son specially कि नहीं, इतनी ही है, we will divide and eat. Because it starts from there, I feel. कि यहाँ खत्म हो गया है, and I mean, even I have seen my mom too. That guilt नहीं होनी चाहिए कि अरे मैंने अपने बच्चे को नहीं दी, हस्बैंड को नहीं दिया और मैंने खा ली. There has to be no guilt. It has to be shared equally, I feel. So it has to be at each stage, right from childhood. And I mean, the woman also has to think herself as she prioritize herself, ask for help. And when the family is supporting, she needs to get into that is a difficult thing. But
totally,
yes,
I totally resonate with you on this. And when you're making this point of the dal, I remember that, whenever we lay down the table, my dad had this habit of seeing कि क्या क्या है और कितना quantity में है. So he would ensure that there is always sabzi and dal for everybody. ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे चाहिए तो मैंने खा लिया. So he has this habit of taking, मतलब उनको सब्जी end तक चाहिए, even with the rice. So then he'll take little of सब्जी. कभी कभी कम हो जाती है ना. It's not that on purpose you've done it, but कभी हो जाता है ऐसे. So he will ensure that yes, I need it till the end, so I will eat it in a way that still there will be enough sabzi for me and my mom. And so that's how I have grown up seeing him do that. So I could really resonate so much with you when you said that it's a collective effort, collective responsibility, and we don't have to feel guilty about it. Because I remember अभी बीच में ऐसा हुआ था when I told him कि थोड़ा कम है आप ले लो मुझे नहीं चाहिए, and he's like तुझे क्यों नहीं चाहिए, तू क्यों नहीं खाएगी? I said नहीं, I like this dal, so I will have it with the dal, and he's like no, you will also have it. So we also have to break this mindset of कि मुझे चल जाएगा. We, as you said, we have support, but we also need to learn to take that support. And yes, like you said, वो superwoman crown तो please सब लोग निकाल के ना कहीं पे फेंक दो. Nobody is a superman or a superwoman, and we don't need to be one. We don't need to be. We just need to be ourselves, right? Shilpa रहेगी, मैं रहूंगी. पूर्णिमा रहेगी. We don't need to wear that crown and the sash, और हमको कोई हवा में नहीं उड़ना है, कुछ नहीं करना है. We are just good taking care of our near and dear ones, our family, our work. That's more than enough for us. And yes, we need to prioritize ourselves. So I think you guys have really made so much of sense when you're giving these inputs to our viewers. It's really amazing. So the next question, based on this only, I'm going to ask Purnima now. As she rightly mentioned, कि अभी तो women health में बहुत issues देखने मिले हैं after post the pandemic, especially. Like many issues have come up, like irregular menstrual cycles, hormonal imbalances हम देख रहे हैं, early menopause देखने में आ रहा है. That's because the stress that the whole 2 years of COVID has put on all of us collectively has been really so much for anybody to take. So I think, I was laughing when I was talking to a dermat friend of mine. She told me pandemic mein na hair fall ka bhi pandemic tha. So that is the kind of stress that we all underwent, that, everyone was seeing a pandemic, a host of diseases come up. So Ayurveda ke hisab se, how can we get the right kind of nutrition for women to combat these kind of illnesses?
See, very good question, Dr. Bhavi. Even we have seen the issues with respect to menstrual health, with respect to and not only irregularity in the menstrual cycles, as in the skin, hair, all these issues which you mentioned, and all of this linked. Why after like 2 years of this lockdown stage, why suddenly these things have like cropped up exponentially? One of the very strong reason is the body getting extremely toxic, and stress is definitely a major factor. But even for people जो बड़े मजे से घर में बैठ के recipes बना के pictures share कर रहे थे, उनके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ है. They were not stressed, but they have not lost their jobs. They have not been through shit which many people have been through, honestly. But then still they are facing these health issues. So what is the reason? It's not only the stress factor, it is the lifestyle that has changed. Connectivity with nature, that stopped. Vitamin D3, which Shilpa was just talking about, which is so important for the body, most of the people, their vitamin D3 levels have gone down because of disconnect with nature. No sun, nothing. They're all closed in apartments. They are doing yoga online. They are doing exercise online, Zumba online, everything online. So this online culture has literally destroyed the health of people, everyone, including women. Their menstrual cycle has got impacted because of liver toxicity and gut health. If that would be worked upon, definite, and vitamin D3 level, of course, the minerals, if the body has become, if vitamin D3 is low, calcium would not be there. Calcium is missing, iron would go missing. So these are all linked. And then it's like we get into this web of diseases. Because if menstrual health gets impacted, then we get issues. There is vata dosh in the body. So it's like there would be vata related issues, which is like osteoporosis, arthritis. RA cases have increased like anything. You will find many people facing rheumatoid arthritis issue suddenly in these 2 years after this pandemic stage. So it's like we need to get back to nature, where we belong. That connection with nature has to be established, and you will see things will start falling in line. From an Ayurveda perspective, there are herbs which will help. For example, Triphala intake would help. Shatavar is an excellent herb. Charak Samhita mein it is mentioned that the best rasayan for a woman is shatavar. And especially at menopausal age, shatavar helps like anything. So anyone who is 30 plus should consume shatavar. Of course, you need to consult if you already have any kind of illness, pre-illness, you must consult before taking it. But shatavar is good, the herb in Ayurveda. Then ashwagandha helps. Ashwagandha is very good. So these are the herbs which you should include. From your kitchen, there are a few spices which you should include in your diet. For example, ginger is very important. Turmeric is very important. Then cinnamon is very important. So we need to get back. Aloe vera is available in every household. Giloy is available. I'm talking about fresh. All these packed juices and all, they have nothing. So it's like fresh aloe vera, fresh giloy. Include these in your diet and you would see that you will start seeing the positive results.
Totally, totally. I think most of the herbs that you mentioned are anti-inflammatory also in nature. Yes. Shatavari, I was not so sure that it helps in menopause. It was an eye-opener for me because I believed it is given to a lactating women in majority cases. So this was some great learning that I am taking back home. So I'm learning so much out of this conversation. It's really, really great. I think you really mentioned well that yes, connection with nature is very, very important, because earth as an element also plays a very important role in our body. And I remember that, when you walk open feet and when you connect with the ground, there's a different kind of positive energy that you imbibe within you. So I always tell my patients who are having these kind of little problems or mood swings or thoda sa anxiety, that walk barefoot on grass, because that's therapeutic. So that's what you're precisely trying to say, that connect to your roots, connect back to nature. And I think fewer chemicals in our lives, we are going to be much more healthier. As she said, you need a lifestyle makeover. And I think all the three of us cannot disagree to the lifestyle part. Ki jo lifestyle, current lifestyle hai, is what is taking toll majorly on all of us, be it our sleep habits, be it the screen time, be it the binge watching that we all do at times. That's all creating somewhere that ripple effect on our health, and we are losing our health to all these habits more so. And diet, of course, is a very, very, very important part of it. So I'm going to now ask Shilpa, coming back to diet, that every age has a different nutritional requirement, right? You cannot say ki har ek age mein aapko same hi nutrition lagega. So how to cater to these kind of things, ki plates jo hum banate hain, तो as per their age की अगर घर में एक लड़की है और एक grandmother है और एक बहू है, तो how from adolescence to pregnancy to menopause हम ये requirement कैसे meet कर सकते हैं?
This is the excellent question. I would put it as Dr. Bhavi, because whenever clients come to me, आधे इसके लिए नहीं आते, because I would give them a different plan to follow, ताकि उनको अपने लिए अलग खाना बनाना पड़ेगा. But this is an excellent question, and I would say, as Dr. Bhavi said, if there's an adolescent, there's a bahu who is in a middle age, जहाँ उसकी pregnancy और वो responsibility हो गई है, you have to enter the menopause, and a grandmother who is passed through a menopause. So yes, सबके लिए अलग-अलग खाना नहीं बनाना, and that's how a nutritionist can help you plan smartly. So कैसे होता है? Say a girl who's an adolescent, all her requirements are high, right? From calorie, proteins. There are a lot of other nutrients, like Dr. Bhavi mentioned about calcium. So particularly today's kids, emphasizing on calcium is like वो bank account जैसे आप जितना चाहे deposit कर सकते हो, later years में deposit नहीं होगा, सिर्फ maintenance का काम होगा. So likewise, I would say there are different nutrients at different stages. Now, coming to pregnancy, also there is an increase in the requirement, but वो stage wise, semester wise होती है, and that is a very calculated need. Now, when everybody is staying together, as I said, smartly plan करना है. So just giving you an example. So if it is an adolescent girl, she may require a full glass of milk, maybe 200, 250, wherein a grandmother may just require 100 ml of milk. So there is how the portion size can change. Also, we talk about nutrient density. आप बच्चे की जरूरत ज्यादा है तो आप उसको 4-5 रोटियां नहीं खिला सकते. Similarly, a grandmother's appetite goes down because of the age. The digestive system is not working so well as it was earlier. So, but if she eats one roti, it is our job कि देखे कि वो one roti also gives her the nutrient equivalent to 2 roti. So that's how we make the meals denser. So how could that be? Maybe you're adding some protein to it. It could be a protein supplement if required. It could be a normal besan. Dahi mein aata lagaya, doodh mein aata lagaya. Similarly, even for adolescents, but there would be a difference, little bit difference in the proportion. So even for a housewife, yes, accordingly, she needs to manage her requirement. So it is not very difficult. One thing is you need to plan. All women attending this session, plan your meals. It is, believe me, it is not a jhanjat. I remember my client saying, "Ma'am, आपसे diet लेते तो we are very happy because we don't have to think कि क्या बनाना है."
Menu
So even
set
you
है.
all can, yes, menu set होता है and the work goes faster. So when I can plan, it is not very difficult. Family के साथ बैठिए, it just plan it for a week, I would say. But if you're not into it, do it for 2 days. So everything goes very smoothly. And if you plan it, you know कि सबका requirement क्या है. This is, we are talking about various stages of life, but उसके अलावा diabetes and lot of other lifestyle diseases also भी रहते हैं. So yes, I mean, I would say this is just an example. It could be a vast topic and we can take each and every category and keep speaking about it.
Totally, because it's not so simple. But yes, eating healthy is very simple. And I'm sure both of them will agree to me. Eating healthy is not a rocket science. You need to understand the basics well, and everybody can know what to eat, when to eat, how to eat. और इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम तीनों मिलके आपको ऐसे बोल रहे हैं कि आपके डेजर्ट्स मत खाओ या आपको जो पसंद है वो मत खाओ, लेकिन उसको आप कैसे खा सकते हो वो समझना बहुत जरूरी होता है. और उसके लिए yes, you may need expert advice, so you could reach out to any one of us and we would be able to help you plan your diets better. So coming back to Ayurveda, Purnima, Ayurveda emphasizes a lot on holistic nutrition. So I believe, homeopathy and Ayurveda go very close because we have a very holistic approach to approaching anything that comes at hand. So यहाँ पे अगर आयुर्वेदा के हिसाब से if we want to work on anemia or diabetes in women, what should be the approach and what is the major problem that is faced by Indian women? Like, since we are talking about women, we want to understand कि Indian women में आप क्या देखते हो and how is it that you can help them curb anemia and diabetes? Because currently India is said to be the diabetes capital of the world. So that bad it is.
Yeah, and and if you see the correlation between anemia, getting anemic, and the diabetes, that correlation, you will see a strong correlation. Both the graph, they go up, and they have started going up in last 10 years. So it's like what has changed in our diet? As in we have forgotten our traditional way of cooking. It's the modern way of cooking that is very much responsible for the lack of essential minerals in our diet. And Ayurveda is not only about herbs. As in, people think that Ayurveda is like ye churan kha liya, ye goli kha li. No, Ayurveda is about lifestyle. It's about dincharya, ritucharya, as in eating as per the season, as eating as per the sun, as in when the sun is strongest, keep your carb level highest because then it would get metabolized so that you have less metabolic waste. So it's like we need to now talking specifically about anemia and diabetes. Both are linked to your liver health. So you need to focus on your liver health. These days, anything that you see in your kitchen, if you pick up any random kitchen, you would see what? You would see refined oil, you would see packed cheese, you would see processed, you would see so many bhuna masala, you would see so many processed items. All those processed items, they have synthetics which are destroying the liver. Literally destroying. I use the word destroying the liver because they are destroying the liver. Because they are drying up the liver cells. They are, what they are doing is that they are slowing down the regeneration of the liver cells. the bile excretion, बेचारा bile भी क्या करे, वो कितने को toxin निकाल कर ले जाएगा, because that is what bile does, because its job is to get the toxin out of the liver. Now your liver is full of chemicals these days, and that is the reason why the liver health gets impacted. And when the liver is not healthy, your iron absorption will get iron level would start going down. So it's like that's why people get anemic. And then third thing is like, of course, I was talking about vitamin D3. Again, I will talk about the same thing. Vitamin D3 level going down means calcium level going down. Calcium level going down means iron level going down. So it's like, again, a very strong connection with anemia. Talking about diabetes, liver health, in fact, causes diabetes. As in, if you have poor liver health, then definitely the pancreatic health would be bad, then you will get diabetes. So it's like, and your thyroid gland. I mean, so many people you would see have issues with respect to the thyroid gland. What are these organs doing? If your thyroid is not functioning properly, you will get diabetes eventually. Why? Because your liver is getting stressed with the carbohydrate metabolism. Because this thing helps the liver in the carbohydrate metabolism. Now, carbohydrate metabolism would not be good. So definitely your liver health would not be good. And this is exactly the reason you need starch in your diet. Starch is very important. We think diabetes matlab starch hata do. Boiled starch is extremely good in diabetic cases as well, because it is good for the liver. So, but it has to be taken in right form. हम स्टार्च को मोस्टली भून के खाते हैं, मोस्टली फ्राई करके खाते हैं. आलू को, हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव यू सीन हैविंग आलू का भरता और द स्टीम्ड आलू और द बॉइल्ड आलू? नो, पीपल दे फ्राई आलू. स्टेपल डाइट in most of the Indian kitchen is fried aloo. बच्चों को क्या देते हैं? फ्राइड आलू. टिफिन में क्या लेके जाते हैं? फ्राइड आलू और आलू कटलेट और nonsense, too many potato preparation wherein you have to fry. Now that is impacting your liver health. It is extremely harmful for the liver. But when you have boiled aloo, it is good for the liver. Starch is very important. Rice starch water is very good for liver health. So it's like focusing on these things will help in handling anemia well. Having jaggery after meals was a ritual that we used to have in many parts of India. We have stopped doing that. People used to have gulkan after every meal because it aids in digestion. Less metabolic waste. Less metabolic waste means good liver health. And so it's like you will be curbed from diabetes and all. Having more of fresh fruits, having more of fiber. Instead of juices, have fruits. We focus on fruit juice. We give our children fruit juices. We don't have fruits. As in, at least 3 fruit in a day is very important. But then how many people do you see having 3 fruits? 1 fruit bhi nahi khate log. Then you're talking about seeds. Seeds are so important, but then you have to soak them. So all these things. So from an Ayurveda perspective, as in the holistic approach that we talk about, so it's like we have to follow Ritucharya, we have to follow Dincharya, and we have to use vessels which are non-stick को हटा दो अपने kitchen से. Use iron vessels. Iron की कमी वैसी नहीं होगी. So you have use iron vessels for cooking. There are many dishes which ideally should be cooked in iron, and then naturally you will get iron in your food. You don't need to go for supplements. The supplements will give you constipation problems, but the iron-rich food will not give you constipation problems. So then there is Triphala. Triphala is excellent for diabetics. So anyone who is diabetic should consume Triphala. Anyone who does not have diabetes also should consume Triphala, because Triphala consumption regularly will never give you diabetes issues. So it's like these are the things from an Ayurveda perspective. There are many other things, but we have scarcity of time.
Totally. So what I can gauge from your talk is that basically we need to include more resistant starch in the diet and include complex carbohydrates. So the low, when you're saying कि carb हटा दो या starch हटा दिया है, तो I feel we have include more of processed foods जिसको हटाना है, और उसके जगह पे complex carbohydrates को अगर हम add करते हैं, resistant starch को add करते हैं, तो that will play an important role. And as you said, yes, I totally agree to you when you say that फ्राइड फूड के जगह पे अगर हम वही चीज को एक हेल्दी वे में कुक करके खाते, तो दैट्स मच बेटर along with the other nutrients and lifestyle changes that you mentioned in terms of the dincharya or ritucharya is more what we like to call it the lifestyle, you know, that okay, your sleep habits, your hydration, or you know, no screen before sleep, this is what we promote. So I think it very much syncs with what you are saying. So makes a lot of sense when you are talking about all these things. And yes, pancreatic health is very important to maintain diabetes, because that's where insulin, the hormone that manages sugar, comes from. So it's more to do with that when we are talking of diabetes. But yes, each body organ is interrelated, no doubt to that, and each body organ is in one way going to affect, like you said, the other body part. So yes, that way अगर हम हर एक चीज को अपनी जगह पे डाल देते हैं in terms of food, in terms of nutrition, in terms of stress management, and in terms of breathing right, drinking the right amount of water, I think we are good to go in terms of managing any type of health concerns that we may have. But yes, it takes a lot of mindset change to be there, do it, get there. It's not so easy to give up on that pizza, that pasta, that burger. You get that child not eat, that is a task for mothers at times. So here I would like to ask both of you that what are the some major nutrition tips you would like to give our audience who are both working women and entrepreneurs at large? Because when we say working women, entrepreneurs like we all are, we understand that we are juggling too many things, and we already spoke that we need a balance. We need to prioritize. Rather than using the word balance, I would like to use the word prioritize. We need to prioritize that what we need to do first, what we need to do next. तो अगर हम ये सब challenges को हमको मीट करना है, हमको घर भी देखना है, बाहर भी देखना है, सब कुछ देखना है, तो what are a few nutrition tips or takeaway tips for a woman who can just start applying? अभी ये लाइफ खत्म हुआ और हमने अप्लाई करना शुरू कर दिया. So we want these tips to be that simple, because what happens, हम जो बड़ी दूसरी बातें करते हैं, it's not so doable all the time. So let's have 5 doable tips from you right away. Yes, Shilpa, you go first.
Okay, so yes, that's very important. We are talking about how to sum it up, कि they can follow it right from now. So when it comes to specifically working women or even a housewife, घर में भी बहुत सारा काम करते हैं. So yes, what I would say is plan the meals, जो मैंने इसके पहले कहा था. That is the first step to take. At least कल का plan करना start कर दो, or plan at least one meal. That will help you with grocery planning, say a lot of other things. Apart from that, I would also want to emphasize on one fact which I generally tell my clients is, so there are few days which are very hectic, which we all go through.
Yes.
सब routine days होते हैं, but some days are like you know that okay, मेरे 2 दिन अब बहुत hectic होंगे. So at least those days, maybe morning में आपने कुछ बनाया है, maybe a paneer की सब्जी and roti. Have little bit of extra paneer in your fridge, and maybe आप शाम को आके सिर्फ rice बना लो, and add some vegetables or have a salad and have paneer with it. So something like a pulao so it becomes a complete meal. So you have to just take care कि आपके डाइट में कुछ कार्ब्स है, कुछ प्रोटीन्स है, थोड़ा essential fat है. And it's not very difficult. Sprouts हमेशा रखिए फ्रिज में, कुछ boiled legumes रखिए. रोटी कभी आप एक्स्ट्रा बना के जा सकते हो, शाम को आपके बॉईल किया स्प्राउट्स को या स्टीम किया, easily you can make a wrap. You can have premixes yourself made at home. Something like you can add some kind of millet flour, besan हमेशा रहता है, सत्तू is something which is easily available. आपको प्रीमिक्स बना के रखना है, आप आएंगे सिर्फ वेजिटेबल्स डालेंगे, have some add some curd with it, and the batter is ready, और फटाफट आप डोसा या चीला बना के खा सकते हैं. So you just need to be very, I would say, just be open कि आप क्या कर सकते हो. I'm sure I meet each and every women client, I feel wow, fantastic. इसके पास कितनी सारी ideas है. I just initiate and they give me so many ideas. So let your creativity run. And it is very simple. सिर्फ आपको देखना है प्रोटीन होना चाहिए, उसमें कुछ सीरियल्स होने चाहिए, and थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा फैट होना चाहिए, and you will, I'm sure you all will rock.
totally agree to you that we plan so many things. अगर हम काम पे जा रहे हैं, हम किसी, whether we are working for our own selves or whether we are working for a corporate, the first thing that we do is plan our day, right? कि मेरा calendar कैसे दिख रहा है, what is the appointment, what is the next appointment. We always schedule things, right? And that's how we prioritize our work. So the same strategy you got to apply to food, and Shilpa has made it so damn simple that एक protein ले लिया आपने, एक अच्छा carb का source ले लिया, fruits and vegetables through the day आप खा लीजिए तो भी आपका dinner बन गया, and through the day you can all keep having, like she said, 3 fruits in a day. अगर आपने वो खा लिया तो आपका fruits का तो intake हो गया, vegetables आपने toss कर दिए या steam कर दिए, side में ले लिया as a side dish, and it's a complete balanced meal. You don't have to think much. We keep telling you that eating healthy is very simple, and we are here to make it more simpler for you. And now we're going to hear it from Purnima, that what are the 5 tips that she wants to give out to our viewers today.
So first tip, would definitely, planning is a very good thing. As in, apart from planning, what we need to, apart from planning the meal, what we need to do is we need to plan the kitchen. So redesign your kitchen, all the utensils which you're using. See which all utensils, so the water which you store, keep the water in a copper utensil, because that will help you in having good gut health. Gut health would mean good, better mineral absorption from the food that you are taking. So it's like, that is one thing. Second thing, iron ki deficiency nahi hogi if you have iron utensil for cooking. So it's like, replace your non-stick with iron utensils. Then third thing is the spices which you have in your kitchen. The spices also give you lot many vitamins, lot many minerals. Just that you need to use the real spices. So it's like, use cumin seeds, use fennel seeds, use dhania, use this thing, asafoetida, which is hing, wherever it should be used. So vata-rich food should be added with hing. Then when carom seeds. So carom seeds are very good, ajwain, which is very good, but then not in dinner. So just ensure that dinner should not have carom seeds, otherwise you will not be able to sleep better, because it will increase the pitta in the body. So it's like, just to know the constituency of your family members, as in who is a vata, who is a pitta, who is a kapha, and when you are planning the meal, take care of those things. As in, if you have everyone in the family who is vata, then it is easier. But if you have a combination of a vata or a pitta and a kapha, then plan it accordingly. So, and then plan the utensils. That's it. These are the things which I would recommend. Drinking water. And as I said, following the nature is very important. So eat as per nature, eat as per the time of the day, and then that's it. Eating is more than eating. It is the other things which gives us strength. So focus on them as well. So,
Totally,
yeah.
totally. I think that those were some great tips in terms of, the utensils actually play a great role. And I think that makes a lot of sense that we need to revamp our kitchen and get back to the, or agar aapko iron nahi to steel to use karo, at least let's start using with steel and iron, both of us, because I know a few of my clients keep telling me that iron mein maintenance bahut hai. So that's where they are a little reluctant to use iron, because you really need to keep them well. So I know, these are practical difficulties with which our patients come to us and clients come to us. So then we at least tell them कि steel पे तो shift हो जाओ, steel में कोई maintenance नहीं है, at least non-toxic तो है. So I think, yes, I totally agree with you. Iron is super, but if not iron, at least come down to steel. So at least we are not consuming toxins in our body. And as Purnima said that, we have so much toxicity everywhere that I think few changes here and there would really, really help. And here as a homeopath, I would like to add that since we're talking of diet and nutrition, we also need to understand the role that, the happy hormones play in the entire system, because they are generated in your gut. So as she keeps emphasizing on the gut health, we need to understand that your happy hormones are going to be secreted from your gut. And that's why it's so important to keep your gut healthy. And when you keep your gut healthy, you also need to manage your stress better so that your gut is not affected, because they are interlinked. Your gut and your brain have a connection. And no matter what you say, You cannot say कि ये करने से ये होता है या ये करने से ये होता है. It's a chicken and egg situation which we still don't know. So it's always better to keep your stress also under control, because 90% of the women who come to me, or I see them during my homeopathic consultation, I see that they come to me with psychosomatic disorders. So it's so important to take care of our mind, our mental health. And हम ये सब बात कर लेते हैं, लेकिन mental health का बात बहुत कम होता है और उसका acceptance भी बहुत कम है. तो here, since we are talking, I'm taking this opportunity to tell the women that mental health is equally important to physical health, and you've got to take care of it, not only to maintain your nutrients but your life as well. So health and happiness will go hand in hand. तो यहाँ पे अगर हमको ये सब करना है, तो what you feel is this question is for both of you. What is the role of families, of communities, and societies at large in helping women combat nutritional deficiencies? So what do you feel? I want to hear from you before I have my closing remarks on this entire session.
So should I go first?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So as we already discussed, that role of the society, role of the family is very important. And here, because we are focusing on women's health, so it's like that there are different stages in a woman's life when she needs the family support, when she needs the societal support more than the generic life. So it's like when they are pregnant, they need the support of family. When they are not only families, let's say we have nuclear families. In most of the metropolitan city families, we are all nuclear families. So it's like then we need support from the society, from the friend circle that we have. So it's like, if let's say there are days when we are not feeling good, when we have, but then it's the responsibility of your friends that you ensure that the woman gets the right nutrition. So it's like her protein level, her vitamins requirement, her minerals requirement, all are getting fulfilled through her diet. So that is something which the society needs to pitch in for. Keeping the woman happy, that is role of, we were talking about gut health, we were talking about happy hormones, very important there. If somebody is not happy, if the woman, no matter how many riches you have around, how many different kind of dishes you have around, how many the most expensive supplements, health supplements you have around, you will still be unhealthy if you are not happy. So it's like making a person happy is not only in the hands of the person, it's very much dependent on the family as well as the circle in which the person lives in, whether it is the society, whether it is the friend circle. So it's like it's the responsibility of everyone to ensure that the woman who is happy too, because only she should not make other people happy. She also deserves to be happy. So the stress level should be down. And for that, society is very important. Then taking care of the chores, the daily chores in the household. As in, not everything should be falling under a woman's kitty. As in, she should not be a superwoman that we just spoke about. So it's like distributing the daily work. As in, some children are taking care of their clothes, they're taking care of their books. The spouse is also, as in the husband is also equally responsible for maintaining the dining and everything. So it's like splitting the work is very important. And then again, here comes the role of the family. So together, we will succeed in leading a healthy life, leading a happy life.
Totally. Yes, Shilpa.
Okay, yes, so very well put up, Purnima. I would want to just add on. So whenever I see female clients, she just walks in the clinic alone. But when is the male client, maybe her son or even her daughter or husband, female client usually accompanies, because she feels मुझे अच्छे से समझना है कि किस तरीके से diet देना है. So I think, yes, even when a woman wants to consult, or when she is thinking about the diet, just go with her as a support, maybe to a doctor just for normal illness. And the other thing that I want to put up is, see, of course, support you will get, but she needs to take that strong stand for herself. that yes, she needs to work for herself and priority deni hi padegi, whatever happens. And the other thing is society, I think we need a lot of education from each and every source, especially about the body image. It's not about being thin or being fat. Mote patle se nahi hota. I mean, a simple thing, even any party, any event, if someone says a woman, oh, बहुत मोटी हो गई, that is enough to destroy her self image and I mean to make her down. So I mean, even how much ever you must have experienced, how much ever we counsel them, we tell them, but coming it from an external source literally pinches. So I think that body image education is very important. It's not just about how she looks, it's more about how she feels, how healthy she is. So I think a lot of education and a lot of hard work is all three of us. I mean, people like us, people in our field in the healthcare sector needs to do. And I think
I totally agree with you. So I think the first step as a society or as a community would be to create awareness. And I think that's what Mompreneur Circle is beautifully doing through this live. The whole intent of this live was to create awareness, to make people or women understand that, you know, what is to be done, how it should be done, and how they can make themselves a priority. And like you rightly said, that this mindset needs to break the जो size 0 का एक societal pressure हो गया है. See, because you know, everywhere the media also plays a huge role here. The media का जो एक projection होता है of ideal women is like crazy. All the three of us know कि वो possible ही नहीं है. I mean, it's not possible to have that kind of a figure. I mean, anorexia हो जाएगा. It's like total anorexic, and we are healthy women, so we need our curves, we need our body the way it is. And first of all, I think we as women need to start loving ourselves, start prioritizing ourselves, and start, as you said, falling. You know, there is always this term coined by a very dear friend of mine where she says self-ishq. So I totally believe in this, that a little bit of selfish is not selfish. So we totally need to get there, start doing that. And I think it's platforms like these who are going to make the change happen. And thank you so much, the two of you, for, you know, agreeing to be on this panel and sharing such great insights with the community. I'm sure they have had a lot of takeaways, and it was indeed a pleasure talking to the two of you. I got to learn so many new things. I'm sure even the viewers have a lot of great takeaways. So on that note, thank you so much, and bye-bye. And our viewers, thank you so much for being a great audience and listening to all this entire session. It was, because without the audience, this entire panel would have had no meaning. So total gratitude to our viewers too. Thank you. Thank you so much. And with this, we will end the live session for now. Till we meet again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rashi, you'll need to end the live, please.
Hello.
Rashi, are you there?
Yes.
You'll need to end the live, please.
Yes, sure.